guys, today's video is all about kinetic sand. And if you saw my what I got for Christmas video, then you probably saw this in that. And if you read through the comment section, you'll see that a lot of people requested for me to do an opening / review on this product. So I'm going to do just that. And I got the blue kinetic sand from my mom as a Christmas gift. And she kind of had in mind for me to do a video on it. So if any of you guys got this for Christmas, or you're thinking about getting it with your Christmas money, or just whenever, then this video might help you out and just show you kind of what it is, what it does, tell you what it feels like. I don't usually go around watching toy reviews on YouTube, so I don't know exactly what type of information you avid toy review watchers are looking for, but this is just going to be my opinion on it, and I'm just going to do a demo of me using some of my molds with the sand and just kind of build with it a little. If you are interested in this video, then stay tuned. But before I get into the review opening demo, I would like you guys to, if you have a suggestion for another product I should show in the near future, then leave that in the comment section below. It can be something like a craft kit like Da Vinci, or some type of, I don't even know what craft kits are out there right now, honestly. I don't really look down like the toy sections too much. But for those of you who have a suggestion, just go ahead and leave that in the comment section. I also still have a ton of the Japanese poppin' cookin' kits, so I'll do more of those in the future too if you guys like those. Now I'm gonna open the box because that's kind of what this video is about. So it was very easy to open, by the way. It seems pretty sandy through the bag. Like, I don't know how well it's gonna stick together, but obviously I haven't gotten my hands in there yet to feel it. When you open this, rule of thumb is that you probably shouldn't be on a bed or carpeted area. You should probably be working at a table or someplace covered with like newspaper, cardboard, plastic, anything. But for lighting's sake, I am on my bed and I'm going to be using this metal dollar store tray. I just, I'm opening, and throwing. I'm feeling this stuff and it's kind of staying together, but around the edges, it's like, oh my gosh, there's sand falling everywhere. It's not as doughy as I thought it would be. I thought it would be a little bit stickier, maybe not stickier because it says on the package like it won't get your hands messy. Or maybe the point of this product is to actually feel like sand. So it really does feel like sand. Dump you out. You can kind of see it crumbling. It looks like an alien. It's just like moving on its own. Here's my tray of sandy goodness. Blue sandy mush. It kind of feels like dry cookie dough mixed with sand. There's no wetness or stickiness at all, but somehow it still manages to kind of stick together. But if you do press it into a firm shape, as you can see, it just kind of falls apart when you hold it up in the air like that. It's really hard to push together because the bottom is going to start cracking and flattening out. Whoa. It's kind of like a lopsided snowman, sandman. Whoa. For those of you who want to get technical and go along with the points that they make on the front of the box, we will start with the amazing flowing motion. So as you can see in the picture, that is what it's advertised to be able to do. And here's me trying to, oh, you can kind of do that. You have to be very careful when you do it. If you just pull it up really fast, it's not going to do that. If you just kind of grab it really slowly, it does this weird kind of flowing thing. So that is true. Ooh. And you can see it just keeps moving and sinking down afterward. Amazing flowing motion, check. Easy to shape and mold. I'm shaping it into a ball using the palms of my hands, and it seems pretty easy to shape, although I've been rolling it for a while, so it cracked. Oh, it's a amazing flowing pancake. So I'm gonna shape it into a, I don't know. These are shapes and they're easy to make, and then they're easy to mold into other things. So there we go, easy to shape and mold. Let's try it with some molds, actual molds. So this isn't a flexible mold, it's just a plastic one. It does slide around in there a lot. It's hard to get it to stay in the mold to actually get the shape. But, oh, and then I tried to get it out. Oops, we'll try that again. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly turn it upside down and see if that holds the shape. And it does. There's a beautiful bow. Then I'll try this flexible mold and use the flower. I'm trying to get this out. Not working too well. If you do want to use a mold with this, I would recommend one that is not bendy and silicone and rubbery, because it kind of is getting stuck to the sides, and now I have sand all over. I'm gonna have to vacuum. If for some reason it doesn't want to come out of there, I guess it's attracted to rubber and it just kind of bonds with it, which isn't necessarily a good thing if you're trying to make a flower with this. I have some lips. We'll try those. Definitely use a firm plastic mold and it will come out easily. Mwah. I have this mold that someone made for me out of amazing mold putty. So if any of you guys work with polymer clay, you probably know about this stuff. I'm going to see if this is any different than the pink one. It doesn't want to come out. And like I said, it's not very sticky, so you can't use more sand to try and get it out. It definitely does not work with silicone molds. It just sticks to them. Here is a Dixie cup, and I'm going to fill this and then see how this works. Woo! Dixie cups are great molds for this. And then I'm just going to take a glue stick. I know, what a random tool, but I'm just going to poke that in there and just make a hole in it. And I don't know why, but I did. Then I'm going to stick this in the top. Yay. That did absolutely nothing. I'm just going to test a few of my clay tools to see if you can make texture in this, which with a really thin tool you can make lines. Oh, I'm not even showing that on camera, oops. But with a really thin tool you can make some lines in it. Could probably poke some dots, but then it kind of crumbles. I know I'm doing it harder than I should, but I just feel like it. That's enough of that. Something that I thought of to do is gather colorful beads and just kind of use them to decorate, I guess. I was going to make a cupcake with my mold and then decorate it with beads, but we saw how that cupcake turned out. But I just think that it's fun to have little characters or just little colorful items. I just feel like with the sand alone, I would get pretty bored. Even when I was younger, I just feel like I would have had other things like my Polly Pockets or my Legos, and I would incorporate those things in with the sand to make it more fun. The third point on the front of the box is your hands stay clean. Woo! So I'm just molding that around a little, and you can see a little residue left behind, but all you have to do is just brush it off. As long as your hands aren't really sweaty, it will come off super easy. If they're sweaty, then it will come off a little bit less quickly, but still easily. Cleanup, if I were to get this all over the carpet or all over my clothes, it would probably just flake off. It's not going to stick or ruin them in any way, and then you would just have to use a lint brush or a vacuum cleaner and just kind of clean it that way. The last point on the box says you'll never put it down. Well, I mean, at some point I will put it down, probably more quickly than the box would like me to. The final little thing I decided to throw into this review video is the difference between this sand and polymer clay and Play-Doh. So here is some purple Sculpey clay with somehow a little bit of white in it. It's in my scrap box. I'm just showing you how squishy this is and then how easy it is to roll into a ball and it actually stays in this shape. Like Kinetic Sand, polymer clay doesn't dry out. Here's just a look at some Play-Doh, which is definitely a lot softer and more moldable than the sand and the clay, but this stuff cracks when you try to dry it. And it does dry out, and it salts, and it does all this weird stuff. So Play-Doh is definitely something that you have to put back into the container right away. And Play-Doh will leave your hands feeling greasy and tasting salty if you accidentally somehow like eat after you're playing with Play-Doh and then put your hands in your mouth. It's very salty. I'm not gonna taste the sand, but I don't smell any salt in it. Actually, wait, do I smell salt in it? No, it just smells like, it smells kind of rubbery. I don't know. So my overall thoughts about this product, I think it's pretty cool. I don't think that it would hold my attention for very long now, but when I was younger, I definitely think it would have been something fun to play with. But in comparison to the weird like concoction goos that I had when I was younger, I think that there were some that I liked a lot better than this, such as like Gack and Splat and stuff like that, if you guys remember that. There was this really awesome stuff I liked, and I would make cardboard game boards, and my friend and I would like throw this stuff at the game board. We would make like Yahtzee on a board. It was really interesting, and we would make like a bullseye and a couple other things. Anyway, I digress. So that stuff was cool because you could throw it and it would stick. And I definitely used to enjoy playing with Play-Doh a lot when I was younger, so I still think that I would have had more fun with Play-Doh than this, but this is a good quick fix. It's something interesting and something that, you know, it would be fun to try out if you haven't tried it out, but if you have a child in your life who is bored easily, then I don't recommend like going out and getting like a ton of boxes of this, maybe one of them. But it's probably something they'll just play with for a little while and then maybe get sick of, which happens with a lot of toys, except like Game Boys and Pokemon cards. I was addicted to those, and I still play video games. Anyway, I had seen this stuff sitting out in Michael's craft stores a ton of times, but I am not ashamed to admit that I am quite a germaphobe, and I had never touched this stuff in public because I had thought about all the grimy hands that had touched it before me and maybe possibly had like sneezed into their hand beforehand, many hands in the same sentence, and then just stuck their hand in there and like picked their nose and stuck their hand in there. So I don't have a rating system, so I don't know how many stars or thumbs ups or Sarah's faces I would give it. If you want to know anything else about the product that I can answer, maybe, then just leave me a question in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to my SoCraftastic channel. I will be doing occasional review videos, like I said at the beginning. If you have any suggestions for products that you would like to see me try out, then just leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you want to follow me on social media, all of my links are in the description box of this video. I will be having a DIY coming up on Friday for Crafty Friday, so stay tuned for that, and I will see you very soon. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye! Hi guys! Today I'm gonna sneeze. I'm doing a video all about Kinetic Sand, and I held that the way that says it in a different language. Go me. Kinetic Sand. And I just did it backwards. Kinetic Sand. Okay. Kinetic Sand! That was me doing I love you to the moon and back, but it kind of looked like a disco.